Today's piece is going to be a little bit of decorating on the wall in my garage. I recently painted it and I'm looking to make it flashy and good for my car channel. So right here, I put the projector up and I traced the whole image out in pencil, because when you go that big, the proportions are really tough to get. You want to make sure it's accurate. So with the projector and the laptop, I can get that done. Same thing goes for the lettering. You want to make sure it's straight and uniform. They all line up good. So here it is, all sketched out in pencil. Gives me something good to follow. Basically, it's like a coloring book, but I get to play with the colors. I get to do the fades, the shadows, all that fun stuff. Got myself the basic background, and now I'm starting to fill it in. Here I'm using a red. It's like a really crazy neon red, and when you spray it out, it comes out kind of looking pink. But it is still a cool base for what I'm doing here. I wanted something that was gonna flash and look good on camera, so hopefully when it's all said and done, it's gonna look great. I used the stencil to break it up a little bit, give it sort of like a little mountain effect in the background, like a little bit of a sunset deal going on, since it's a really crazy red. And the next colors I'm gonna use will be an orange and a yellow. This is the background of the writing, so I'm gonna do the writing probably in black and white, make it pop a little bit. Filling in with the orange, I threw in some lightning bolts, maybe give it a little bit of something special, since it is airbrushing, you know, and you gotta be. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of it. I should have done the whole background in red, just like the stickers are for that YouTube channel, but it's still kind of neat. Moving on, I started doing the hair. She's a redhead, so I started with a really dark red for the base. I started with the darker colors because if you go from darker colors to lighter ones, the image seems to pop out more, the colors are more vibrant, and if you go the other way, the darker colors will seem to overpower the lighter colors and make the whole image kind of dark. So here I'm laying down the dark colors where the red shades will be, and the same thing, her hair and her wardrobe. Fortunately, she's got a white shirt, so that should be pretty easy to do. Just some shading and some highlights in that. Next, moving on, I go with some orange. The orange over top of the red makes a nice little blur when it kind of gets close to each other. They blend well, and it gives it that next little bit. I throw in some yellow on top of that, and then go over it with some highlights. Make it really pop out a bit. Here I'm doing in my skin tones. Basically, I just made up a little mix that was sort of a pinkish color, and I try to make sure to spray it far enough away or fade it enough that it's not too overpowering and not too opaque and not too much of a color. So there it is with the skin tones done. Moving on, hitting those highlights, put some white in there so you can kind of get where my light source is coming from, and also to whiten out the eyes and parts of it that should be very white, which have already been hit with a bit of overspray from everything else. I also use it here to give the whole image some sort of depth, so it's sort of the opposite of shading, it's the highlighting, so that's where the light would hit whatever part of her clothing or skin or hair. I'll do that in white to give it a bit of a highlight, and that way when I go with the black, there's also gray behind it, which is the original background. It gives it a whole bunch of contrast. Moving on to the eyes. Now that's a tough one. You really got to get that right on because, well, eyes are a really pretty part, and if you do them a little cross-eyed or a little bug-eyed, you know, you can ruin an image real quick with that. You can go from pretty to silly real fast. Here I'm doing the black, the black outlines. This is what I find really makes the image pop. I really enjoy this part of it because it's like a final touch. You get to really see the end image. You get to bring out a lot of stuff, a lot of detail. You just got to make sure not to go too overboard. I have a tendency of laying down way too much black paint, and it tones down the image too much. I find it darkens it up. So I try to be careful, and I did okay here. Except for that. So moving the camera back, you get to see the whole image. Standing further back, you get a better idea of the overall picture, and doing the black outlines and the shadowing really makes it pop, really brings it to life, really makes it stand out. That's why it's my favorite part. You can see the big difference right there. Moving on to the lettering. Yeah, hands are really tricky to do, by the way. Sorry about that. That's horrible. I should redo that. Maybe I should have put her hand in the glove or something. But going on to the lettering, I was going to do it all in black, but that would take way too much paint, way too much time. So I did just the pro. Hey, who knows? Maybe that whole YouTube channel and team thing will go pro. And I did the rest a bit mixed up. Did some shading in it, give it a bit of differential stuff, you know, make it different. And there it is, the final project. This is the final image of Project 253. This is actually Gen13 from a Top Cow image or Top Cow comic book. And so that's it for today. The dogs are barking, which means somebody just showed up, and I'm gonna let you guys go now. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna be back soon with some more artwork and some more stuff. I got probably one more of these wall image things, and I actually had a job I did for a client. So we're gonna check that out, and I'm looking at other projects and stuff to do that maybe I can sell later on. I've got some art stuff that belongs in a garage or a man cave, hence the name Garage Cave. So thanks for watching. We'll be back real soon. Hit that subscribe button if you like what you see. Hit the like button too. Thanks. Peace out.